Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Okay, so today I am super excited because I am going condo/townhouse hunting, and I am super excited because I currently live in a studio, and the studio was supposed to just serve me for a short term, but here I am almost 1 year in and I'm still at the studio. So yeah. And something to just make note of is that every home that you see comes with everything in the video, including the furniture and the decorations. Now, this is the first home, and I'm going to be calling it Bridgerton. It is located about 35 minutes without traffic to an hour away with traffic from the main part of the city. Now, granted, it is a little bit on the outskirts, but I have no problem with living on the outskirts. Also, I just want to say that I am okay with living so far. One, because I don't mind the outskirts, but then two, I am traveling with my dog. My Yorkie lives here with me, and so it's very hard to find a pet-friendly building. It's almost impossible, which is why I'm living in a studio, to find a pet-friendly building here in Bangkok. And when you are able to find a pet-friendly building in the center of the city, it is extremely expensive and not very modern, and most places do charge an extra pet fee. So anyway, that's just a little bit about my story. How I feel about this place, I thought it was so cute. I love the decor and just pretty much everything except the bathrooms. Now, granted, I was not a big fan of the bathrooms, but hey, I feel like the rest of the space kind of made up for the small bathrooms. But one thing that I have come to realize after living in several different countries is that most bathrooms outside of the US are very small. But other than that, I love the furniture and the layout downstairs. And moving along upstairs, where you have 3 beds and 2 baths. The size of the bedrooms were perfect for me, and granted, it's only me living here, but some of the deal breakers or the things that I was making sure to look for was I need plenty of closet space and I need at least a 2-bed. So honestly, 3 beds was just fine for me. And although the closet space in all of the rooms were very small, the owner told me that he will bring a dresser there for free, and he will add an extra TV to the master bedroom, and so that was perfect. And I love that this second bedroom wasn't furnished other than with the chair that could easily be moved, because I definitely wanted a beauty room. So that was going to be used for a beauty room if I did decide to go with this place. As I mentioned, I'm not a big fan of the bathrooms, but the amount of space that this place has was just really good. And the master was hands down my favorite because it was very spacious and it had these nice big windows. This place had so much natural lighting and I absolutely loved that. And granted, there were a few things that I didn't like, but the owner was so nice, and he actually had a construction and a furniture store. So he said he will put any furniture that I wanted. As I mentioned, he said he will give me a dresser. He will add a 55-inch if I wanted, or a 43-inch to the master bedroom. And as I mentioned, almost every place in Thailand comes fully furnished. And so yeah, the pros were definitely outweighing the cons. Now, just moving on to some of the common areas. This whole village had like a very English, colonial something. It was given like certain paintings that they had on the walls and in the common areas was giving very much so Bridgerton. Like when you go in and you look at this wall right here, like the colors and stuff, even this painting on the wall is giving very much so Bridgerton. But you can't really see it that good because I was recording horribly because I wasn't planning on using these videos. But yeah, so here we are just passing through the co-working space, which was pretty small but nothing too crazy. Here we're just going to go take a look at the pool, which I thought was really nice. And he also mentioned that this village is very residential, and it's another village that is very similar to this one, but it is very touristy. So he was explaining how the pool is always empty, the gym is always empty, because most people live here and it's not many tourists here, and they are working people, so most of the time they're not just sitting around in the pool, which I thought was pretty cool. And throughout the village, I thought it was really cute that they had these little props everywhere. And this one says, "Who is the fairest in the land?" So one of the big cons for me was just how far it was, and it was literally drop dead in the middle of nowhere. Like, it was in the middle of nowhere, and I like to be on the outskirts, but I still want to know if it's a store nearby or if there is a mall a few minutes up the road. So we just went to go check out what was in the surrounding area, and it was so nice that we were able to find this mall just maybe 7 minutes up the road, and it had everything that you needed, from food to clothing stores like Zara, Mango. Like, it had everything. It was really nice. It was actually huge, and this mall was just so nice. I absolutely loved it. So it made up for the village being in the middle of nowhere. And we also wanted to see if there was a shuttle that can take us back to like the inner city, and there was. So yeah. So let's just do a quick recap of Miss Bridgerton. So the price is $14.50, and granted, I know the price is really high, especially to be in Thailand. Now, please keep in mind that the prices are going to be pretty high if you are trying to lease with a pet, given that Thailand is not very pet friendly. But if you are traveling by yourself, you have nothing to worry about. It is very affordable. Here, as you can see, the pros are the neighborhood is really quiet, the place is very spacious, the furniture is new. As you can see that the sofa still had the plastic on it. I actually really liked the village. The owner was very helpful, and the shopping mall was also a pro. And then for the cons, it was smack dead in the middle of nowhere, and it was just a bit far. The bathrooms were small, which I spent so much time in the bathroom, like just skincare and all that type of stuff, that I wanted a nice ass bathroom. Surrounding area in the middle of nowhere and the price was high, you know, so that's the breakdown. Now moving on to the second place, which is a condo. This place is more centrally located, so it's not right in the middle of the city, but maybe about a 10-minute drive. So when my realtor sent me pictures of this condo, it looked much bigger in the photos than it did when I actually seen the place in person. And it is 1 bedroom, 1 bath. From the moment that that door was open, I already knew it was really small. One thing that was going to be a big deal breaker for me was the lack of space, because I have a dog and I want him to be able to move around at home without the constraint of the place being so small. So when I walked in, yeah, it was nice. It looked very modern. And I think he said it was built in 2022, so it was still a very new building, but it was just a little bit too small for me, especially for the price that they were asking for. I love this little vanity area. Most condos come with like a built-in vanity of some sort. The view was really nice, and like I said, it wasn't smack dead in the middle of the city, so it was in a very quiet neighborhood, but I still could get in a taxi and get to the center of the city in maybe like 10 minutes. Had this been a 2-bedroom, this place would have been perfect. I love everything about it, from the bedrooms to the bathroom, the living space outside, everything, but it was just way too small. So I'm not going to say anything else. I'll just let you guys watch. Okay, so one thing that I can say is that I absolutely love the view. Here in Thailand, it's very common to have rooftop pools versus in the US, a lot of the pools are typically located inside the middle of the court, like on the ground level. But here, almost every pool have a beautiful view. But I really like this view. The pool was a bit small, but I thought it was really nice. And I like that they have like the green space where you actually can bring your dog on the rooftop, because that's another thing. A lot of places don't allow dogs on the rooftop. So I thought that was also cool. Okay, so after all of that touring, your girl was hungry. And one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run to 7-Eleven, because when I tell you 7-Eleven here in Thailand hits like none other. 7-Eleven in the US could never. All right, so let's do the breakdown for Cutie Patootie. That's what I'm calling her because she's small, but she's cute. So the price is $18.15 USD. The pros are that it's very modern. It's a nice sized bedroom, full kitchen. A lot of places be having like little kitchenettes, and I don't like that. So the full size kitchen, the location is like ideal. It's very quiet, but also close to the center of the city, and the rooftop, the views were very beautiful. And the cons are, yeah, that 18-15, yeah, it's a no for me. Now, I don't care how cute or modern this place is, it's too small to be paying 18-15. If I wanted to pay anything close to that, I would just move back to the US. So as I said, the price is very small. It's a one bed, and the utilities are very high. My realtor showed me this place, but in fact, he was like, yeah, I don't think you should move there. The utilities always are very expensive in that neighborhood. So yeah, that's the wrap up for this second space. Now moving on to the third. So let me just say, this last place was coming in strong. It was just 5 minutes away from all of these establishments. You have restaurants, bars, hair salons, nail salons, like literally anything you can think of. They had little grocery stores. So it was coming in pretty strong, and it was a lot of local Thai people. I didn't see any tourists, which is my vibe. I don't like to be like mixed in with a lot of tourists. So if I can, I like to live like a local. All right, so pulling up to this place, I was thinking, this is so nice. It was definitely given industrial. Like, I don't know, something about this just looked like, I don't know, it just was given. I loved it. I love the exterior. And so, yeah, so far, so good. As I mentioned, that every place that I'm showing comes with everything, the books, the decorations, the throw this on the couch here. Like, it was so nice inside. And it might not look like it in this video. The video is not doing it justice at all, but it was giving so much like industrial, old, rustic looking vibes. And I was feeling it. I honestly was feeling it. So this place was 2 beds, 3 baths, and it was very central. The location was probably the best out of all 3. I don't know, it's probably Thai with Cutie Patootie, but the location on this one was ideal. No, I would say this one was the best because you guys seen all the restaurants and everything. It had 2 kitchens. Usually that little side kitchen is either when you are cooking some type of heavy, I don't know, like some food that has a very strong smell that you don't want to fill the entire house, or it could be for the maid. It's very common here in Thailand and many other countries to have maids that cook and live here in the same exact space. So yeah. So moving upstairs, I thought this was very cute. Now granted, I don't think it's as aesthetically pleasing as the other spaces, but I still thought it was very cute and spacious. For me, I think my number one priority after living in a studio is space. I need space. I didn't love the bathroom. It was giving very much so jail cell kind of vibes, but yeah, I thought the rest of the home was very cute. I don't know why I had the camera tilted so high up that you could barely see the other room. And even right here, it just went up. I don't know. But yeah, they were very spacious. One thing I didn't like was how small the wardrobes are. I have a lot of stuff. Like, I have a lot of clothes and shoes, and so that's one thing that I really wanted to prioritize moving into the next space. So yeah, the wardrobes was not cutting it for me, and the bathrooms were not at all what I was looking for. I thought it was pretty cool that it came with some extra storage outside. You can never have enough storage. Now, one of my biggest cons is that that was the only new build home on the block. As you can see, everything else is pretty old, ran down. Even this building that I showed on the corner was abandoned, and it's a few of those buildings right around this area. And what I have realized from my first place is that when you are living in a new space, it does not matter how nice that space is. If your surrounding neighbors do not also have a new space like that, you are subject to have roaches and rats and everything else in between. So yeah, that was a huge no-go for me. So let's do a quick breakdown. Okay, starting with the price, they wanted $16.70 USD per month, which honestly wasn't too bad. The pros, it's very spacious. I really like the rustic industrial looking vibe. The exterior, I love the exterior. I think it's such a vibe, and it's very central. And the cons would definitely have to be that the neighboring homes are not up to par, just to say the least. I was not a big fan of the bathrooms. The wardrobes were small, and the kitchen I did not love. So yeah. Well guys, that is all for this video. I hope you all enjoy, and I hope this kind of gave you an idea of what you can expect if you are thinking to move to Bangkok, Thailand, especially if you have a dog. I did tour a few other places, but I did not put them in this video, so let me know down in the comments if you would like to see the other places. They were also really nice. So yeah, see you guys in the next video. Ciao.